Surprise, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We're back at it again. Here we go. Back at it again. Like Kraft Maddox is in. What? What? Oh shit. Well, whooped his ass, huh? It'd be a lot of celebrities on playing the game. A lot of the NFL players be playing Madden and shit.
Oh, really?
Shit, we loaded with 8 on deck right away. Let's get to it right now, man. Here we go. 7 games, 7 tries later, 24-16. Tyree was the man of the hour, and the Bills went over the Giants, total 175 yards rushing. If you're a Madden franchise junkies, man, put the thumbs up on the motherfucking comment. You heard? You're part of the Madden franchise junkie crew. So we salute you. We are at the closing of season 3. Man. Week 17 is officially over with. Smith makes his home in the end zone. 56-14. Smith scored 3 times, and the Jets could not find no answer. So as always, man, you guys been seeing me busting out these real talks day after day after day after day, and we go to the stats, we go to the awards, we go to all the stuff. Well, it's official right now. The awards are solidified, so whatever names you see first, those guys dominated at their position and dominated in the league. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to get to all that stuff too, man. Chilling. What's up, Albert? What's up, boy? Salute to my boy Al B in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get to it for real. Let's talk about it, man. Man down. A man amongst boys. Listen, the Ravens could not find an answer for Henry Ruggs. He scorched me for 10 catches for 210 yards. 95% crossing routes killed me. I ain't feel like putting the metal on the field. Fuck it. Got our asses handed to us in this game. 35-7, can't lie. But, hey, man, it's week 17. As bad as you want to win, gotta prepare yourself to see some things and watch. And I don't watch film, but I watch when I play it. You know what I'm talking about? But that boy's dangerous, man. He can do a lot. He made a lot of big plays in this game, man. I'm talking about a lot of third down touchdowns and, you know, a lot of big conversions, just big plays, man. You see that often when you see those Raiders on the field, man. Lamar took a beat and 7 sacks. It was self-made, 7 sacks. How many TDs, though? 50-36. 2 playoff contending teams that's in the playoffs played each other in this game, AFC versus NFC. I'll tell you this right now, the AFC West kind of dominated us this year with the 49ers and the Cardinals coming through and sweeping all of us. None of us beat them. Not one team in the AFC North beat those 2 teams in the NFC West. The numbers couldn't have been any more impressive for Martin, and the Cardinals went over the Browns when the Browns had the Browns helpless against him. Martin scored 4 rushing touchdowns on the ground. Shit big. Showtime in the big game of the night, 31-49. They was rocking. Offense was the story, and the Bucs win over the Falcons. Richardson passed for 421, and Wilson racked up 402. They was taking it to each other. Simple as that. Just like right back and forth. Highlight show, Mahoney's big throw leads Dolphins to win over the Titans. Simple as that. We're looking at a bunch of playoff teams. 48-0, giving them nightmares. Down to the wire. 34-28, they balled out. Good game. Saints, man, dropped from 7-6, man. We'll talk about that. I say thank you, Nano. Hill leads Chiefs to 51-14 win over the Steelers. My boy Brian coaches those Steelers, man. And I think he's going to have a hell of an offseason this year. And we're going to see some things popping off. Well, let's get to the stuff that we always talk about first. I stay away from the other shit that we really here for. Again, what's up, fellas? How are y'all, man? All my Madden franchise junkies, what's good with y'all, man? You already know we back at it again, man. The offseason going to be nuts. If you are not a playoff team, start getting that GM on. I'm telling you right now. I will open up the position change and the ability change. I will be opening that up. However, we know who are in the playoffs. If you are in the playoffs, you are not allowed to change your abilities. Matter of fact, we're going to hold off until we get to the maybe divisional round on that, man. So, with that being said, let's take a look into the NFL records and see what was broken this year. All right, so here we go. In-game stats. Deshaun Watson is still holding it down since 2022. Nothing's going on there. Passing TDs, the Raiders through 11. He's still holding that spot down. Rushing yards, J.K. Dobbins, 2023, which was this year. He had 443 yards in the game, knocking Michael Carter to number 2 on this list. Good shit. Nano has a record this year. Rushing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley still holding that down in the game. Receiving yards. D-Hop still holding that down. Receiving touchdowns. Will Fuller still holding that down from season 1. Catches, defensive sacks, nobody took that award. And Bradbury for the Giants still holding that 6 picks in 1 game thing down on the season. Passing yards, Herbert in 2022, so that's still an old stat. No one's beating him yet. Herbert, 2023, 80 touchdown passes this year. It's nuts. Well, he broke his previous record, 74, 80 this time around. Jesus Christ. Rushing yards. J.K. Dobbins knocked off Michael Carter. MC8 lost this race. J.K. Dobbins does it a year after MC8. Jumpman does it 3,308. We got 3,412 sitting here right now. Good shit, Nano. 2 records that went down this season by the Russian god Nano. Still got a whole Michael MC8 sitting right here with 48, as you can see. Receiving yards in the season. This year, 2023, Jalen Waddle almost entered 2,829. Had a tough night against the Raiders, man. He would have needed to have Henry Ruggs numbers for him to be able to get to that 3,000 yard mark. But 2,829 yards is not easy to do. Receiving touchdowns in the season, 40 right now. We have a receiver with 40 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle with 40 of them breaks his previous record of 36. Catches, you're not going to see many of that. No, you aren't. Yeah, now I'm going to take that shit right back next year. Alright, so nobody's on catches list, the sack list. Nobody's taking that down. Interceptions in the season. Isaiah Simmons still holding it down with 23. Alright, that's seasons. Alright, man. So when we get away from the NFL records, let's get to who won awards this year. Alright, here we go. Shout out to the Coach of the Year. And surprise, Dez Boone steals that. So Boone gets the Coach of the Year at 2023. The Cardinals, and they're red hot right now, man. Outside of the Raiders, these guys are balling at a high level. Dez Boone has the Coach of the Year. Salute to Dez Boone, which is the real Boone. AFC, here we go. We want the MVP race. I apologize. Surprise, J.K. Dobbins takes this race. Congratulations, Nano, on not only breaking 2 rushing records this year in 2023, for also getting the MVP award. I think this is your first one ever, I'm assuming. Congratulations to you. J.K. Dobbins is the league MVP of 2023. AFC, our Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. In the NFC, J.K. Dobbins is taking that award home. Defensive Player of the Year, Isaiah Simmons in the NFC takes that award. AFC, Brian Mills, the best player on the game, takes that award again. Good shit, T, man. You are amazing with this guy. I will give you credit there. Credit when credit's due. Great coaching move, moving him from corner to safety before he was too fast to be able to move. And he became the best safety in the game right now, for sure. Good shit on the award again. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to D'Eriq King, my man on Superstar. He is a beast. He's going to be a problem. We know he's going to be a major problem in the AFC North, and hopefully in the future these guys are going to get it together, and we'll be seeing them in the playoffs. Shout out to D'Eriq King, the young quarterback. Offensive Rookie of the Year 2023.
It's Derek King, dog.
It's D'Eriq, not no Derek King. What's that? Apostrophe D apostrophe Eric.
It's crazy.
The soon to be Raven is here with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jamar Gibbs, man, for the Seahawks. He in his last game as a Seahawk, he says, "Salute, holla at y'all. I'm on my way out there to Baltimore." good shit. Defensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC, that goes to Brandon Smith. This guy was a top 10 pick. They slept on him, let him fall, and the Lions grabbed him. And all he did was have a Defensive Rookie of the Year with him, knocking off Jamon Eford, who had a really good season as well. But Brandon Smith is our NFC 2023 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And the AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to, surprise, Justin Flo. Missed 5 games on the season and came back and still kept the award. 13-3 record for the Ravens. Justin Flo is still young, man, but guess what? He won the award. 2023 AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Flo. Now, let's get to the best positions right now. Here we go. Justin Herbert, of course, wins it. I'm not sure how many have won that best quarterback, but there you go. Justin Herbert wins it again. In the NFC, we got Corey Richardson for sure. He is the quarterback of the NFC right now. And when it comes down to running backs in the NFC, J.K. Dobbins takes that award along with, surprise, MC8 holding it down again. Michael Carter, man, Mr. Jumpman himself, is taking that award for the 3rd straight year. At wide receiver, J-Dub, Mr. Nyaw, Jalen Waddle takes it again. 2023 AFC best wide receiver, and the NFC, the best wide receiver over there is Chris Godwin, old man Godwin over there chilling. NFC, shout out to Corey and the Bucks. 2023 NFC best wide receiver. Offensive line, best O-line is Alex Leatherwood for the Cardinals out there in the desert. 2023 O-line award for the NFC. In the AFC, we are dealing with Joe Jones for the Ravens. I'm surprised he up here. I'm ready to cut this motherfucker. Anyway, cousin JoJo was sitting up there. Shout out 2023 Offensive Lineman of the Year in the AFC. D lineman in the NFC, Chris Rump, the second, takes that award. Falky, good shit. Got one of the Duke brothers out here with the award. So defensive line award goes to Chris Rump, the second, and King Falk. In the NFC, D-line goes to Chris Orlando. Shout out to Albert with the My Player. Chris Orlando is a monster. He was a monster in real life too. But he got the NFC Defensive Line Award over here. That's what's up. The Young Gunners is all getting awards right now. Best linebacker, Isaiah Simmons, the man in the middle. He just keep racking this trophy up all the time, or plaque, whatever it's going to be. He racks it up. Isaiah Simmons and Coach Boone 2023 Best Linebacker Award. And the AFC Best Linebacker Award goes to, surprise, rookie linebacker Justin Flo takes home another hardware 2023 AFC Linebacker of the Year. And the NFC DB of the Year, J.C. Horn. I thought B. Mills was going to have this award again, but hey, man, J.C. Horn takes the Defensive Back Award for the AFC, and in the NFC, we're going to give this to Brian Murphy Jr. for the Cardinals. There's your awards. Who's going up in trades? Let's look at the stats, man. See what it's going to be. You heard. All right. Black, I'll ask you this question, man. It was a debate. We said Corey Richardson was an elite quarterback, the My Player for the Bucks. We said he was an elite quarterback in the league. Boone got on here, played him. He threw 8 picks to Boone. Boone said, hell no, he ain't elite. This guy, 5,845 yards. He leads the NFL in passing yards this year. Would you consider him elite? Sticky when dry. Well, fuck you then, you black bitch. Better not say another word either. You better not come on here and say nothing, motherfucker. Anyway, 5,845 yards. How the fuck does Herbert throw 80 touchdowns? Who knows? Corey Richardson, man. I think he elite, bro. These numbers prove to me he's fucking elite. But anyway, here's your top passers. 5,845 yards for Herbert. 5,639 with Herb. Lamar with 5,064. Trevor Lawrence with 5,034. Garantano with 4,612. I'm not going no farther than these guys right there. Let's keep it moving. Look at him. He threw 80 touchdowns on the year. Oh my God. 32 picks, had a 72% completion ratio. Corey Richardson threw 67. Trevor Lawrence jumped over Lamar last night in the game that they played. He dominated and threw 4 touchdowns versus 2 picks. 56 touchdowns on the year. Lamar Jackson with 54, 22 picks. Trevor Lawrence, Corey Richardson, Justin Herbert, all are in the 70s in their completion percentage, which is really, really good. Shout out. Let me not sleep on the kid down here, Zach Wilson, with 43 touchdowns, 34 interceptions, and boom, butt-ass quarterback, 57% completion ratio, 42 touchdowns, 34 picks. But guess what? That man winning ball games. That's all that matter. And the rushing yards, J.K. Dobbins, again, Michael's MC8 with 2,098, half of a season. Najee Harris with 1,875. So we only had two 2,000-yard backs. We had a 3,000-yard back and a 2,000-yard back, which is very surprising in a league like ours with everybody running their asses off. Najee Harris had 1,875. Trey Sherman, man, 1,768. Y'all better stop sleeping on this running back. Master T walked in and said, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in there. 1,667. And Mr. Martin was 1,662. And then you got Travis Etienne, 1,651. Jamar Gibbs, and I told y'all about this Lorenzo Lingard, and I'm keep going down because I like Hanif Anderson, I like Javonte Williams and Journey Brown, John Taylor. We got some good running backs in this league, man. Really good running backs in this league. Jesus. All right, so here we go. Touchdown makers. 29 for Michael Carter. He came slid right past that number real fast. All right. It's already loose. Here, you gonna switch? Something from the apartment. Probably you already know. Let me finish this real talk. MC Carter, MC. I like. Do we like MC8 as his name, his nickname? MC8 in the building. I like it. Jumpman. Well, anyway, anyhow, he jumped J.K. Dobbins last night. 29 touchdowns, 28 for J.K. Travis Etienne, 24. Najee Harris, 23. Lingard, 22. Master Teague, 20. And Javonte Williams with 20. All with 20-plus touchdowns. That's amazing on the year right now. Look at Michael Carter with 1 fumble on the year. J.K. Dobbins, 2. Travis Etienne, none. Yeah, we know, Nano. We know, buddy. We know. We definitely know. All right. See, what you gonna start something because then he gonna say I ain't played like 5 or 6 games. Waddle right now led the league in receptions with 106. Chris Godwin had 98. Anthony Schwartz with 93. Tight end Cole Kmet with 91. Jamar Chase with 90. So they were the guys that had 90 catches or more sitting in the building. Now yards wise right now, our top yards getters is weird. We got 3 2,000-yard receivers on the stat chart right now. 2,829 out of Jalen Waddle, 2,136 out of Dwayne Eskridge, Anthony Schwartz 2,064, and Jamar Chase a few yards away from getting that 2,000-yard mark with 1919. Devontae Smith up here, Chris Godwin, the old man, holding it down. So is Michael Thomas. Now touchdown getters. Jalen Waddle had 40 touchdown receptions on the year. Devontae Smith with 31. Eskridge with 26. Jamar Chase 24. Anthony Schwartz. Yeah, almost 3K. Anthony Schwartz 22. Tied with O.J. Howard and Jordan Whittington with 22. That's your 20 club right there. Defensively, what did we do when you come down to getting these tackles? The Wolverine had 111, 119 for Roquan Smith. Mekhi Parsons had 111. Isaiah with 107. I told you a lot of these guys last night they wasn't at 100 yet, but I told you it was great happening. Jaquez Williams with 106 for the Rams. Sean Lee with 101, and James Wiggins from that safety spot with 100. Now Dylan didn't get to his 100. He only had 95 tackles. So I mean that's still a hell of a season. But best stat. My favorite stat, tackle for losses, 22 for Hufanga. Brian Mills from the safety spot, 18. Des Boone from the defensive end spot. Even though he played outside linebacker, he's more of a pass rusher with 17 tackles for losses. Parsons with 16. Simmons with 16. And Devin White for the Saints with 15, tied with DeMarcus Lawrence. And Tariq Smith coming off that edge with 15 of them right now. Then you got a whole bunch of 14 sitting in the building. Sacks, Hollywood in the building. What's up, Hollywood? Vicky D had 20. Rump had 19 and a half. Miles Garrett had 18 and a half. Did you have any of these? No. No. Not yet? Are you going to have any? What about this? You want to wait till you sit down? All right. All right. Let me go to the AFC and make sure I ain't missing nobody. I'm gonna say y'all see that donut. Oh my God. I'm eating Dunkin' Donuts right now. All right, we ain't missing nobody. They finally got it right. So here we go. Vicky D, one half of the Duke brothers, 20 sacks. Chris Rump had 19 and a half. They balled out. Miles Garrett with 18 and a half. The outside assassin, Billy Mann, was 17. Basham had 15 and a half. The African with 14 and a half. Josh Allen, 13 and a half. Isaiah Simmons, 13 and a half. Bud Dupree, 13 and a half. Chris Orlando, 13 and a half. And Chase Young with 13. DeMarcus Lawrence with 13. And so on. We get down to the double-digit guys. You know what? Let's show them some love, man. Harold Landry, 12. Quiddy Pay, 12. Rose, 11. Reek, 11. And Patrick Falk from the D-tackle spot had 10 and a half. Who was getting interceptions at a high level? J.C. Horn with 13. Elon with 13 as well. Wild Goose with 12. Murphy with 12. You had Tre'Davious White with 11. Brian Mills with 11. Derek Stingley with 11. Jair Alexander with 11. And Tim Stewart with 10, along with Justin Flo, Darwin James, and Jalen Ramsey and James Wiggins all had double-digit INTs this season, man. Fellas, the stats is in line, man. Shout out, congratulations to you guys. A lot of you guys are gonna go up. Some of you guys are gonna see X factors on your guys. I don't know how Madden completely calculate this stuff, but just know that they do use the stat line to be able to find out who's gonna go up at the end of the year. I also told you all those guys that's getting up there age 30, 28 and above that aren't being used will be losing their abilities if they're not playing at a high level. So let's keep that in mind. What are we here for? Let's talk about the standings and who won their division. Look, the Raiders took the number 1 spot from Boone. Raiders is at 1, Cardinals is at 2 in the BCS, Chargers is at 3, Ravens are at 4, 5 are the Bucks, 6 are the Cowboys, 7 are the Chiefs, 8 are the Falcons, 9 are the Saints, and 10 are the 49ers. Alright, after the real talk, bro. I forgot where I was just at with it. Oh yeah, I want to be here. I didn't want to come out of that. I'm sorry. Alright, division winners. The Ravens take it for the 3rd season, 13-3. Browns are in the playoffs though at 10-6. In the AFC South, the Colts take the division for the 3rd time as well, 9-7. They take the division. It was a rough race over here too, boy. In the AFC East, the Dolphins for the first time they are in the playoffs and they took the division 10-6. With the race behind them is the Jets. AFC West, the Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs all made the playoffs. Raiders took the division for the 3rd straight time. Sucks, man, because the Chargers got 2 losses and they still got to come from the 5th seed. In the NFC side of things, the Packers got the division 9-7. NFC South, the Bucks are 13-3, Falcons are 11-5, and the Saints are 11-5. All 3 teams are in the playoffs. Bucks winning the division again. NFC East, the Cowboys win this for the 3rd time. NFC West, 15-1, Cardinals win it again. All right, wild card talk, wild card conversation, wild card talk for real. All right, so let's talk about some of these guys. In my opinion, let's go back to standings. Here's the reason why I want to go to standings. Here we go. So in my opinion, teams to watch out for next year. In the AFC North, I want to say we want to look at the Bengals and the Steelers. I do think both of these guys, especially with the Steelers, if they have the offseason they need to have, I think we're on a two-year run with them where you'll see them. They got to get those guys developed. But by not this season, not 2024, but the 25 season, we're gonna see some things going on with the Steelers team that I think. I think their defense is there. They need some weapons on the outside that corner, and they need some wide receivers in the building as well. But the Bengals, I like this offense. I think they got a really, really good offense. They add a couple more pieces to this team, and we're looking at a team that can fight for this division out of that division. And we know the Browns and the Ravens are always battling for the #1 spot in the AFC North. But those two teams, in my opinion, are on their way up. They trending up, all right? In the AFC South, we got the Colts. The Colts right now. Now, I'm going to say this. This is to Max Payne right now. Max Payne trending down, even though he's won the division 3 times in a row. And here's why. You only took 2 losses, maybe 1 on your own this season. All the rest of your losses was you giving them up. So that's going to trend you down. Got to play your games. I know you was traveling, doing some things, but these games got to get played. Keep your team playing at a high level. We got to get you to the point where, 10 wins or more. So I'm going to have you trending down. And I would say the Jaguars trended up a little bit, but they got lucky. They had a couple of forced wins that put him in a situation where he saw it, and then he got active at late trying to get to the playoffs. But didn't happen. So right here, the AFC South is the trend down right here. I want to see what these Tennessee Titans are going to do. We're going to have to have a conversation, a little bit of controversy going on right now, but we'll kick it, figure it out, try to get this thing worked out. But I want to see what these Titans are going to do. They have a lot of situation. They have capital. They are the #1 pick as of right now. And I think they can really do some things, especially underneath the tutelage of the GM the GM god. So this guy gonna trend up, but he got to win some ball games. Can Derrick Henry still get it done for this team, or is it time for him to move on from Derrick Henry? But again, I don't see a trend up right now. I see keep an eye on the Titans, and we expect more from the Colts. And the AFC East, I'm gonna say the Bills were trending up this year because this is the first time all year he won more than 1 game. This disc. So the Bills won 5 games this year, so they trending up in my opinion. They had a really good draft class. They put a really good team together. Those guys are starting to grow up a little bit. Let's see if they can make it work and continue to trend up. I like them in this division. I think they're going to fight for the division next year as well. I got them all the way trending up right now. Even though the Dolphins won the division this year, I think the Dolphins is playing the football he's supposed to be playing, 10-6. In the AFC West, the trend up for sure over here is the Chiefs. They're the hottest team in the league, one of the hottest teams in the league right now. At 11-4, they should be 12-3. Yeah, 12-2, 12-3. Yeah, no, 13. What the fuck? All right, my math is off. They shouldn't have that tie. That should be a win. So what? 12? What's that? 12-3. It's over in the NFC East. So this is the hottest team in the league right now. Flat out hottest team in the league. Trending up right now. The weapons that are playing at a high level for this Chief team. And this is a guy that sat through it. You know what I'm saying? You first of all, you took over a team that you didn't create right away. Dirty Rat had this team to go through the sim season, right? But then he took the team over right after the sim season. And you seeing those players that from that first draft that was getting beat and couldn't make plays for him are now making plays right now. Richard Wild Goose is put himself in a situation where he's a top corner in the league. He made the trade for Noshawn Wright, had him playing at a high level. He got the linebackers flying around. That offense, Lorenzo Lingard is making a name to be a top running back in the AFC for sure. So I like him trending all the way up right now. This is my hottest team in the league. In the NFC North, I like the Lions over here for sure as a trend up team. I think they are starting to put it together where Justin Fields has weapons around him. He's developed into an X factor. He's about to be a problem as a dual threat quarterback. I think they got the weapons already. Letting them grow up. It was all about getting that defense together, and I think the defense is playing at the level they need to be playing. So I like them trending all the way up as well. In the NFC South, the trend up here for sure is the Saints right now. And if I didn't call the Chiefs the hottest team in the league, you got to give it to the Saints right now. I mean, he is moving, shaking a tree. He is busting moves. He on his GM shit. He winning ball games, and he's winning real ball games. Not just like having a cake schedule or anything like that. He won some real big ball games. So the Saints is the if I got the Chiefs as the one team that's just all the way trending, the Saints is the number 2 guy in the league right now. In my opinion, that's on a trend up scale right now. In the NFC East, here we go. All right, so Eagles was 8-8 only because he turned it off and he went on vacation. So I'm not going to say they trending up. I want to say the Cowboys are still where they need to be at this point. But I need to see more out of these two right here. I think they both got hell of a rosters. They got a mix of 2021 draft class, and a sprinkle of the new 222 draft and the 23 draft as well. They well put together teams. Are the players ready to buy into their systems? Is what it comes down to. So, I do think one of these two will push the Cowboys this season, 2024 year, for that division. I don't think that the Cowboys is going to run through the division safely and win it all, especially playing a first place schedule. In the NFC West, the trend up. We got a newcomer. We got to see what he's going to do. Not a trend up, but we do got a new coach over here. I want to see what these Seahawks are going to do. They added some pieces that's coming at the end of the season. Ugalele finally started getting snaps in real games, meaningful games. They had a big win at the end of the year, fucking donut. So I think they're going to go into the offseason on a high note. They're going to have a really good draft class because they got really good draft picks again. They're just going to add those pieces. And again, you got to let those guys grow up. So this is the shaky part of it. When you got a rookie quarterback starting, he's going to look amazing at times and not. But that sophomore season, he's going to put you through some shit that's going to have you like, what the fuck's going on? If he could fight through that and make Patterson the new starting running back over there, or maybe he gets somebody out of the draft, who knows? But if the run game's going, I think they're going to be back fighting for this division. But I like this division as a whole right now in the NFC West. All right. Let's get to the noise. Here's the playoffs, and here's what we're talking about. All right, so let's start with the NFC here. The Cardinals are going to wait for a matchup in the divisional round. They are locked in at the number 1 seed. The matchup that I like, that I'm so glad, I know my boy ready for this matchup. I know he does. He not listening to no talk from anybody else. He know what he got to do. I like Nano and the Bucks meeting right away. I love this matchup. Completely love this matchup. I think it's a really good matchup for 2 versus 7 here. I'm not going to predict anything yet, but what I will say is I like this matchup for right now. In the NFC, for the 3rd and the 6th teams playing each other, this is a crazy matchup as well. I will say this: are you ready for the Cowboys? That's all it comes down to. Can you win this game? Because are you there? You are playing at a high level right now. You're one of my trending up teams. Can you win yourself a playoff game? And you got to start by going to Texas and playing in that dome when it's closed. You're a dome team yourself. Can you shoot the motherfucking Texas and get the dub right now? That's a good matchup. Now, I don't know if y'all pay attention, but the Falcons been having a special season this year. Very special season. On a roll at the 5th seed to Green Bay. Now that's the problem. You come from hot Atlanta to all the way to Cheesehead, where the weather going to be below 0 and snow is going to be hitting the ground. You know it. It's Green Bay. Can those guys play in this weather? That's all it comes down to. Can they match up and play in the weather? Scary game alert right here, 2 versus 7. Ravens versus the Browns. Anytime you got to play a team for the 3rd time in the same season, always anything is possible, anything can happen. So 2 versus 7, that's a scary matchup, divisional matchup. These guys go at it all the time. Things can shake up and see how this can go. I would say I would be the favorite, but this is a tough game to call. This is one of those trap games. Dolphins and the Chiefs right now, man. Both teams are in the playoffs for the first time. Again, I told you the Chiefs is the hottest team in the league to me right now. Can the Dolphins win this ball game. They're on their home. They playing in their little hot. They're gonna have good weather for sure. Kansas City got to come to this to Florida, and can you stop the speed of the Kansas City Chiefs? Bottom line, they fast everywhere, man. Their entire offense is track stars. So can you stop the speed? And is the game going to be too big for running back Lorenzo Lingard? You know, he's a rookie coming into the playoffs right now. Is the game going to be too big for him, or can he get it done? On the other side of it is Mahoney at quarterback ready to go, and Hanif, can he hold it down? But that defense is hitting out there for the Dolphins. They are hitting on all cylinders. They got middle linebacker, might be the hardest hitter in the league. They got a strong safety, to my player, who lays the boom. They got veteran corners out there. So that's the thing. The matchup will be the cornerbacks versus the receivers over here. With this matchup. I love this matchup right here. Let's get, like, man, look, man. When I say I love something, there's a reason. I love this matchup, and here's why. Let's talk about it. Let's slide to the Chiefs first. We know who Patrick Mahomes is, bottom line. You see it. Patrick Mahomes is the guy over there, right? But this is what I like right now. Hilaire's there. Hilaire doesn't get no carries, but he got the 90-plus threshold right here. Brandon Murray, to my players, on superstar with 94 speed, 90 excel, and then Lorenzo Lingard took over the backfield, 96, 91, but he had 82 overall, awareness 69 in the playoffs. That's going to be a problem in the playoffs right now. Now, with that being said, can you still be dominant when you got to go up against this on defense? Let's just stay there. I ain't get to the receivers yet. We're just talking about the front right now, right? Here we go. The number one defensive end in the draft 2 drafts ago, Kayvon Thibodeau. You know he's a monster, right? At right end, you got Deron Irvin Bay sitting here, and the Camden product, Fidel Diggs, sitting right here. So up front, pretty solid. D tackles, Jarrett. You got a veteran right here, and then you got some pretty good guys sitting right here with 91 strength, and then you got Raekwon Davis over here. But that's against the run, right? But it comes down to this right here. Jerome Baker's been playing at a high level, right? We like him at linebacker. Dylan Moses is the man in the middle for sure. He's a hammer, bro. You're going to knock something out. 94 hit power. Outside linebacker, Mike Ware. So my thing is, is the run game better for the Chiefs, looking better than what this linebacker front seven look like, right? With that whole front seven, right? Get back to the Chiefs, and you look at what they're doing up front. At left tackle, they got a 93 overall guy in his second season. At left guard, they got another 95 overall guy, his second season superstar. At center, 99, superstar in the third season. Right guard, you got a guy that's a veteran, Trey Turner. I doubt he's going to be the guy on the field, but if he is, Trevor Keegan, a rookie, and that's where the matchup at. Him in front of Thibodeau. Can Trevor Keegan block Thibodeau today? And that's what it comes down to when they play. Can he block him? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's hard for a rookie to be able to play a dog like that, even though Thibodeau is only in his second season. Now, when you get back to this team and you look at when it comes down to the passing game, we already know Mahomes has the edge at the quarterback spot, right? But you're looking at 99 speed, 99 excel, 99 across the board. If you don't see 99, it's because he ain't strong. That's it. 99, 99, 99, 99, 66, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99. Try to keep going, 99. Then they bring in Hollywood Brown from the trade. Marquise Hollywood Brown with 99 speed, 96 excel, 98 agile. You got another speed burner. Then again, McCole Hardman, 99 speed, 96 and 97 excel, high 90s in most of the stats. And then Jarrett Wilson is to me, is a possession receiver. He is a route runner. He can make big plays for you when you need him to. And then the X factor is, can one of those linebackers cover Travis Kelce? Simple as that. Josh Falo, now 88 speed, 93 XL, always poses a threat. But these guys, I want to know, can the linebackers cover Travis Kelce? Is that going to be the mismatch, the X factor in this ball game, right? Then you go back to the Dolphins. We saw what those weapons look like. I don't care about the speed of that Chiefs team when you're looking at this over there. Gilmore can cover any of those receivers over there. Byron Jones is a top-tier corner. He can cover any of those guys over there. Now, young boy Martin Johnson in his second season, he has the size and the speed, and his man coverage is 95, but he's going to put 90 press at that, too. They're going to put him in a situation. So I think they match up with the corners on those receivers. They match up, and then the safeties over top. Collier, still got Brandon Jones over here. And then you got Darion Caldwell in his second season right now. Joey Porter Jr., the rookie. I doubt he's going to be playing that much, but he's here. Now, again, my question is, who has the better matchup? Which one of y'all think? Is the Chiefs wide receivers run game and the passing game better than this Dolphins front seven on defense and then their DBs? I think it's a great matchup. So now we get back to the playoff picture, right? And we look at that matchup, man. You tell me if I'm right or wrong here. It comes down to, I think this game comes down to, is Lingard going to be the guy running the ball tonight, or if they play tonight? But can the Dolphins contain that offense? Can the speed of the Chiefs, that's a great matchup, I know. Can the speed of the Chiefs beat the veteranness of the Dolphins secondary? And if I'm the Dolphins, I'm manning up this game. I'm putting my best on their best. Simple as that. Gilmore got to cover Tyreek Hill all game long. Simple as that. You got to shot, you got to follow, got to let him go wherever he go and play football. I like that matchup. Now, do I dare to pick a dub here? Not yet. Let me see. Colts versus the Chargers. The Chargers is the best 5 seed team on the game right now. When you look at this matchup right here, man, so when you dig into this matchup, we'll go dig into it. We'll dig into it, and we'll look at it. When it comes down to quarterback play, I think the Chargers are ahead of the Colts in that situation. When it comes down to quarterback play, right? So Justin Herbert, to me, is the better quarterback in this matchup, right? You got, give me one, so I'm going to take it up. Justin Herbert's the better quarterback in this matchup. But I like Davis Mills, right? When it comes down to weapons, one of the best, we called him the number 2 running back in the league, Najee Harris, man. Look, 230 pounds, bro. The guy got 95 speed, 96 excel. Again, he's ready to go. 81 strength, 95 speed, 99 excel, 96 acceleration, 98 break tackle, 92 trucking. And then they go pick up Josh Jacobs out of free agency, right? And what that does is, if Najee's tired, you still got a guy that you can get a ball to on Superstar. Simple as that. So I like the backfield here. But just because I like the backfield here doesn't mean I don't like the backfield over here. Jonathan Taylor is up and coming, man. He's a 99 out overall already, too. Jamar Jefferson, to me, is a really good backup running back, and they do got a power back, too. So if the Colts came into this game and wanted to play all football and run the football, they can hit you with 3 different ways of running with these 3 backs right here. When you look at the quarterback, Davis Mills, again, I think Davis Mills' legs is going to surprise a lot of guys. That 87 speed works, you know what I'm saying? I think he has to be a game manager. I don't think he can be out there trying to win the game himself. I think he has to let his team win the game for him, and he can't make mistakes. That's the quarterback battle. Again, I got Justin Herbert there. And in the run game, man, I think it's close, but Najee is the deal breaker for me. Najee Harris is a monster, man. Number 2 back in the league, flat out. Man, there's just no way. Like, if he can get that guy 25, 30 carries in the game, and then he'll get stronger as the game goes. So I like that matchup better for the Chargers. Now, when we get to the weapons, I mean, what do you say? It hasn't been a season where these 2 guys haven't had 20-plus touchdowns, period. So your first 2 receivers are off the charts. You got a red zone threat down here with 6'6", 216 Tyrell Shavers. And then you surround your team with a bunch of guys that's, overall 90-plus. They got good thresholds right here. Cooper Kupp still has a superstar ability. So you got veteran presence around these young 2 receivers right here. But the game comes down to this. Do the Colts have a cornerback, anybody in that secondary, that can make these guys uncomfortable at all, right? And that's what it comes down to. We already gave the edge to Justin Herbert, but what the Colts got on corner over here. All right, now that speed difference is really crazy. I'm not going to say that these guys aren't good. Rock Ya-Sin is playing that good. He's playing good football. Darby is a veteran. With that 89 awareness, that changes some things over there. But then it comes down to Thomas Graham. You know, Falky understand matchups, and he's going to put his guys in situations. He's going to make Thomas Graham Jr. show us he can play football. And at times, you're going to need all four of these guys on the field. So I like the Chargers wide receivers better than I like the Colts cornerbacks in this game. But I think the Colts, when it comes down to the safety play, they play really good with their sub linebacker packages, and all these safeties play. They got a whole lot of them, and these guys all can get on the field and make problems for you. Especially the my player. He's a playmaker. So I like the secondary when it comes down to the safety part of it. I think the cornerbacks can get it done, but I think the Chargers offense is too much for this defense. So it has to be a slow down game, mistake-free football game for the Colts. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying the Colts got a home game. I'm not saying they can't win this game at all. I'm just saying if you look at the matchups with these weapons that the Chargers got, because at every position, except for strong safety, they got veterans to keep these young boys in check, right? And you just look, Micah Hyde over here, Akpe with Melifonwu. You look at the corner position, they go bring in Bradley Roby to go along with all this speed, 97, 97, 99, 98. Got the number one corner in the league, one of the fastest corners in the league, and then Ringo coming up as the number one corner from this draft class. So you put that around all this speed, what can you do? So then you look at the Colts. Do you got the offensive weapons at receiver to move the chains? And their mismatch in this ball game ain't going to come from this position right here. Although I love Patman, he's playing good. Spillman playing good. You got Cooper over here, and you got a bunch of guys you can put in the red zone with the height, right? But the mismatch come here. Do the Chargers have anybody that can play this kid? Especially if I'm the Colts, I'm moving him to outside. He's playing number one receiver for me, slot receiver for me, tight end for me. He's in the backfield at fullback. You got to get your best weapon all over the field today and allow him to be draw mismatches, because you're going to play a football game. This ain't a game where you playing a guy that just plays the video game. You playing a guy that coach football. So to beat him, you got to coach football. And here's your weapon right here. He's the X factor of this game. You got to put him in situations to make Falk think. Simple as that. Take all that athleticness and that speed and the veterans that he got on abilities on that team with him, and make them have to play this guy everywhere. If you do that, I think you got a chance in this ball game, and we're looking at a game that might can be a game, honestly, in my opinion. Kyle Pitts is the X factor. Anybody disagree with me there? I think Kyle Pitts can put anybody's team in a bad situation. All right, back over here to the matchups again. So Green Bay and the Falcons, in my opinion, they kind of got the same similar makeup, right? I think the Green Bay Packers are gonna make less mistakes. They're gonna control that clock. Their offense is methodical as fuck. You gotta be able to put them in situations and make them get off the field and turn the ball over. However, I would say they got a good quarterback over there, but their quarterback lead the league in interceptions right now. So when you get to their matchup, this matchup over here, you got Jordan Love, all right, took over for Aaron Rodgers, but Jordan Love is leading the league in interceptions this year. Threw 31 touchdowns and 46 interceptions. Can the Falcons make him turn the ball over? Simple as that. He shows you he will turn the ball over. Can the Falcons get him to turn it over in this ball game? If that can happen, then I think the Falcons put themselves in a good situation. Outside of that, you're going to deal with running. You're going to have to play all types of football. You have to deal with the running backs, running the ball, catching the ball out the backfield. You're going to see all these backs pretty much in situations to touch the ball. You know, Shi Smith is more of his receiving back. Verdell is stepping into that number one role, though. And eventually I think he's going to be the guy that can get him 100 yards a game. But I don't know how strong is the run game going to be for these Packers. If the Packers can control the clock and average about 4 yards a carry, they can put the Falcons in a huge situation. When it comes down to receiver, to me, what you really don't got explosiveness. You don't got guys that's going to catch a 70-yard, 80-yard bomb and score a touchdown. But what you do got is chain movers everywhere, all over this team right here. all chain movers, and Devontae Adams being one of the, if not best receiver in the league, he's one of the best receivers in the league, especially as a veteran. It's hard to deal with a guy that's 99 out, flat out. So at the end of the day, do you have a weapon that can stop him? He will get him in situations. He will scheme him open. And they are looking to put together 8 to 12 play drives, simple as that, to get 3 or 7 every single time. Can the Falcons deal with that? I do like the defense. I mean, at the end of the day, if you really pay attention to this, the secondary for the Packers, they are loaded over here, bro. Jair Alexander is a top 5 corner in the league. Eric Stokes with that speed, right? 98 speed, 98 acceleration. You got a woozy high awareness, 86. And then you still got the young boy Tyreek Stevenson. But as far as 3 deep, you got it right here. Then that safety, man, they not no pushovers either. Darnell Savage, 89 overall, 95 speed, 93 acceleration. Daniel Reddick probably won't play at all for him. But you got the my player, Keon Carter, who's a tackling machine. And then you got some speed back here with Rudy Ford. So this is one of the fastest secondaries in the league right now. How do you match up when you got an elite corner, elite speed corner? How do you match up, right? So when you look at the Falcons and you look at their offense, I like Zach Wilson better than I like Jordan right now, right? I think Zach Wilson is light years ahead of him right now. When you look at the running back position, Matthew Khalid, the my player, is having a good season. I think he's more consistent running the ball with Matthew Khalid than Verdell or any of the Packer running backs are. But then the receivers, you got the players to match up, especially the first 2. Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore together can give you hell, right? But you're going to need, you lost Mookie Cooper, so you need Raheem Jarrett to be a guy who, for you right now. And being a rookie in the playoffs, playing in that weather, I don't know, but can he be the X factor of that offense? And this is where I think it is won at right here, him and the run game, simple as that. Now I know I'm looking at teams and who the matchups are, but I'm also going to give y'all who I think will win the game tonight. So when you get to this game, I don't have to look at players on this team. Can the Bucs stop J.K. Dobbins from winning the ball game? I think Nano has to understand 2 things in this game. You cannot allow this guy to dot you up all over the field. You have to understand keys. You have to remember what you know. You got to know tendencies. You got to pay attention to drives. You can't just be a robot tonight or whenever y'all play this game. You can't be a robot and call your defense and just let things happen. You have to understand what the Bucs are running at you, okay? They throw the ball at a high level. I'm not sure if the Bucs are going to give you 15 carries from his running back. What I am sure of is he's going to throw the football a whole lot. And what he's going to do is he's going to throw his system. Simple as that. Now, my thing is, Nano, can you put drives together and be comfortable with J.K. Dobbins not scoring on a 70-yard run? 60-yard run. Can you continue these drives going and close the drive off? Maybe he scores a 3-yard touchdown run, but you had 12 plays when you on that drive before you got the 3-yard touchdown. Can you do that to keep yourself in a situation where you're controlling the ball, you're controlling the clock, your run game is powerful as fuck, and let the Bucs make mistakes tonight? They make mistakes, is over with. My flip side of this, can the Bucs, with that passing game, is he going to be a elite quarterback throwing the ball in the playoffs, or is he going to throw himself into turnovers? And if he does that, I think he needs a run game to go along with it. Can Noah Cain and Ronald Jones get enough carries to be effective against this 49er defense? Because they bend, but they don't break. The 49ers defense is going to bend, but they don't break. So if you get in a situation where you got 4 turnovers, you're not getting too many turnovers back from the 49ers. So you lose the turnover battle in here, you're going to be in a bad situation, and we're going to be looking at the 3rd season and you leaving exit early exit in this game. Now, I still think Nano's putting it together. Again, if it comes down to him having to throw the football, I think he's in complete trouble. Complete trouble. So if you could stop the run and make him and put him in 3rd downs and have to throw the ball, then you're going to have good success, and that would give the Bucs an easy win in this game. But because it's the playoffs, and I think the 49ers offensive line is legit, and J.K. Dobbins is a monster with a guy that knows how to run the ball, I think the 49ers can go on the road and get this W. But I think the Bucs win this game. And they're going to win it. And if they do win it, the 49ers need to know this. You guys are still almost there. You're there. You're coming. Long season, long league. So if you lose this game, take the loss and look at why you lost, even though I know my boy ain't looking to lose. But I'm going to pick the Bucs in this game, right? I'm also going to stay here with the Cowboys in this game as well. I think the Cowboys have too much experience in the playoffs versus the Saints being in the playoffs. So instead of breaking their team down and really saying the keys too, Travis Etienne running the ball out the backfield. Can Master T and Kellen Mond be good enough to beat the Cowboys? Simple as that. I like the experience with the Cowboys, but I think this is going to be a close game. But I got the Cowboys winning this game. And then in Green Bay, if the weather's bad, man, I'm going to go with Green Bay Packers winning their first playoff game in this league. Although I think the Falcons is really, really scary. All right, over here, I hate picking a game with myself, so I'm not going to do that. I think this is going to be a really good game. This is probably the best game to watch right here. This one and this one. But I think it's going to be a really good game right here. Man, I told you the Chiefs are the hottest team in the league, in my opinion, right now. They got a lot of weapons, bro. But I like the secondary and that front seven on defense for the Dolphins. I like their defense. But can the Dolphins' offense do enough to put points on the board and win the ball game for them? And that's going to be my question in this game. Can the Dolphins put points on the board? Their defense is going to be there, but when you keep them on the field too much and your offense ain't doing anything for you, your defense start to wear it down. They lose the momentum, and then the Chiefs is that much explosive, and they're going to go nuts, right? If the Dolphins can keep this close, I think the Dolphins can win this ball game. However, I'm going with the hot team. I think the Chiefs win it by 10. I think in this game right here, with the Colts and the Chargers, man, I think the Chargers is too built right now. I think the Colts got to catch up to the build over here. I think the Chargers are going to win this game, and it's going to be convincingly. And no disrespect, but I just think they have too many weapons. It's too much weaponry over here, bro. It can come from anywhere. It can come from 25 carries from Najee Harris, or any of those wide receivers can make plays for him at any moment. But I do think the Colts is going to play a good game, man. I think they're going to play a good game. I just think the Chargers is just too much. All right, so that's the wild card, man. Shout out to everybody that made the wild card. And hopefully some of these games start to get played tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens right now. I know I'm down to play mine. AntHits, the franchise guru. Holla at us, 2023 playoffs. They are here. Playoffs? You talking about playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs.